Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got some really exciting PC gaming news to talk about in this video. We got a new emulator out as well as new hardware on the way, new hardware that I'm personally very excited for. First of all, let's talk about that. AMD Ryzen has been a gigantic success. I think everybody can agree on that. Finally, we've got some competition in the CPU market. For a while, it's just been Intel. You couldn't get deals on anything. Intel would just release the same product year after year. I mean, that's kind of overblowing it, but really there wasn't much advancement in Intel's products. I mean, people that have a Sandy Bridge i5 can still run a Sandy Bridge i5, and not all that much has changed for how long it's been. Ryzen has definitely been the shot in the arm the PC market has been looking for. If you guys look around, you see more deals on Intel CPUs. You see i5s going on sale more. Same thing could be said for i7s, and it's always good when there's competition in any business market because that's when it's the best for the consumers. It doesn't matter about if Intel's winning or AMD is winning. You want both of them to be battling each other, so at the end of the day, the consumer, you people, get the best value possible. No point in giving allegiance to Intel or AMD. They're just businesses at the end of the day that want your money. Nonetheless, I am happy for AMD and Ryzen's success, but even more exciting, for me anyway, is that Ryzen 3 is finally on the way. I know for a lot of other people, they care about the highest end stuff, but as you guys know me, I like to take a look at the budget end stuff. So the Ryzen 3 1200 as well as the Ryzen 3 1300X are on the way. July 27th is the date, and these are the lower end Ryzen CPUs that are there to compete with the i3s. However, these are 4-core CPUs, so that's very nice. It'll be very interesting to see how these CPUs perform when they're paired up with higher end GPUs, because it might allow for some very nice budget end builds that are also high on performance. You can save a little money on the CPU and then put that money towards the GPU whenever those come back in stock, because we know mining is a thing right now. But I remember back when the AMD Phenom 2 X4, that was like a $100 4-core CPU, and a lot of people would take a CPU like that, a $100 CPU, and pair it with a GTX 560 at the time. That was like a, $200 GPU, and you could end up getting really solid performance, and hopefully that's the case with Ryzen 3 as well. And it being a 4-core CPU, there's a lot of potential in these. It'll also be interesting to see how these CPUs are priced. AMD hasn't released official pricing, but the idea is that these are going to compete with the Core i3s, and considering the lowest end Ryzen 5s are around $170, I imagine that the Ryzen 3s are going to be $115 to $140, and that could really open the floodgates in what you could do in budget and builds. Say for a $500 budget, it's going to allow for a lot more options. So this is very exciting. If you guys are on a budget and you have not yet built your PC, definitely wait it out, see how these CPUs perform, see what the pricing is, see how Intel responds. There's a lot of excitement right now in the budget PC gaming world, and there's a lot of potential in these CPUs. We'll start to know how the market's going to shape up on July 27th when these CPUs are released. Also, I do want to talk about one more thing. There is a new emulator, a Xbox emulator, not an Xbox 360 emulator, an original Xbox emulator. Kind of funny, in the past few years, we've seen people talk about a PS3 emulator, an Xbox 360 emulator, we have a PS2 emulator, but a lot of people forgot about the original Xbox. Well, there is an open source emulator in development right now, XQEMU. A lot of games are already running on the emulator, and obviously as time goes on, progression of the emulator and performance of the emulator is just going to improve and improve. That's what always happens. It's still in super early stages, so right now it's not something you're going to spend hours playing on, but it is exciting to see that an Xbox emulator is under work, so that's something to be excited for too. I'll leave a link down below in the description box with an article on DSO Gaming, and they have a lot of information as well as all the videos there, so if you guys want to check that out, feel free. But that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.